let's just talk about the government shutdown for a minute. Like I said at the top of the show, we're here today, day 7 of the shutdown. And I got to say, I'm not going to talk about the politics that led to the government shutdown. I will just say that it is super frustrating that both sides of our government cannot figure out how to pass a spending bill that everyone can live with in order to keep this government open. This is impacting so many families around the country. The unintended consequences of this are just brutal, and I feel really bad for those people that are in government jobs, people that are in the military. The list goes on of people impacted by this, the small businesses then that are impacted by people's inability to be able to purchase things during this time. The list goes on of the challenges. We need to get this resolved, but here's the problem is I don't see a resolution coming quickly. I hope that I'm wrong. But I don't see a resolution coming quickly. I don't think it's going to be until some significant amount of time passes when paychecks are not delivered to people's mailboxes and the unrest really starts bubbling up, and you see massive pressure from constituents to their legislators, saying we have to fix this. And until we reach that boiling point, I don't see anything, just based on the reporting that I've been watching, that's going to change the stalemate that we currently see with this kind of standoff in the government. So look, I hope I'm wrong, because we need to get this going. Now, as far as how it impacts mortgages, I got to tell you, for me, one of the most disappointing things, besides all the people not getting paid, was that we didn't get a BLS jobs report on October 3rd. I know that sounds silly, but I was really counting on that jobs report to come out and really, kind of, I don't want to say put the nail in the coffin, but really put an exclamation point on what we've seen out of the last BLS jobs report, right after we had that massive revision of the previous data. And I just thought it would be an exclamation point on the fact that the labor market is struggling. And we did see some other reports come out that week. We saw the ADP number. It was atrocious, huge miss. And I expected something similar out of the jobs report, and I think it would have turned the tide in our favor to help improve interest rates a little bit more. Again, I don't see a massive, significant drop, but if we continue to see weakness in the labor market, we know that rates are going to get better as a result of that, and I think that BLS jobs report would have done it. Now, this is interesting, and this was reported on MBS Highway this week, is that they mentioned that the Carlyle Group did put out an estimate of what that BLS report would have said had that been reported on the 3rd, and their estimate was 17,000 jobs. As a reminder, we had a very weak August jobs number, which came out in the beginning of September at just 22,000 jobs, well below expectations. So 22,000. Carlyle Group was predicting that this one would have come out at 17,000. So, I think that would have really shown that we are not creating enough jobs to sop up the demand, and it is more clear weakness in our labor market, and I think justifies future rate cuts by the Fed, which I think everyone's still anticipating is going to happen. Sure would have been nice to have that data to come out.